It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. What do you guys? The top 16 of our first ever Elestrals constructed tournament and our first ever digital tournament as well on the Elestrals mobile app. This is very cool. I'm super excited for today and what's to come. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun, and it should be an exciting day and just some really good games. I'm really stoked that we've got so many great players playing Elestrals and doing so on our digital app, which is of course completely free to play. Just join our Discord server, super simple to do so, and you'll be in good shape. But we're gonna be throwing down in our first match. Like, we're jumping right into it. The tournament's going on all day. It's been happening all day. So we're gonna be throwing down for the top 16. And it's gonna be fun. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for top 16 and just kind of diving into some of these games. I'm in. Have some fun, guys. All right, so we're going to be kicking off the top 16. It looks like we've got LUCK and Jade Johnny. Let me update the layout for everybody, and we're going to get this party started. And let's see here. This is LUCK. And we're going to see that Earth Scout hit the field right away, enchanted with a Fire Spirit from Johnny. Johnny bringing the bears, setting some back row. I love it. I love to see some bear action to get this tournament top 16 kicked off. For those who don't know, Earth Scout, Earth Smog, and Earth Seer team up to form a very dynamic trio that can flood the field very quickly, but they're often considered to be low tier in the metagame just because they don't exert a ton of offensive pressure. Earth Seer is kind of the strongest of the bunch, but with 3 attack, it's kind of hard to get it moving in a positive direction. But Earth Scout, in my opinion, is the best of the 3 as it can float or basically replace itself with another Ursa subclass Elestral very, very quickly. So it kind of functions like a foamy, but in a way, it's just restricted to those bears. So we'll see LUCK drop the Sorlid here. That's a really strong 5 attacker. Obviously has the flexibility of changing his position, which he's not going to do here. We're going to see a poison-tipped arrow, which is going to drop the attack stat of Sorlid by 2 and prevent him from hitting over the Earth Scout, which is sitting at 3 defense. This means that if LUCK wants to clear this Earth Scout, he's going to need to expend a Wind Spirit in order to do so. This is where bears really can come in handy because he's able to now put on offensive pressure with the Elestral Earth Scout, which otherwise isn't really that big of a threat. So LUCK isn't going to want to burn their, their counter rune tools on something like an Earth Scout. So I think that there's an opportunity here for Johnny if he has the back row to kind of put more pressure on. There's very little downside to putting the Earth Scout into attack position, but we'll see if he wants that chip damage. Seems like he's running some Thunder Divine package here with Zeus. A little surprising there, but he seems to have something brewing as he did make it obviously to the top cut. So Earth Scout is going to change as that Zeus hits 2. Obviously, there as a big threat for potential later rounds. As the tournament continues, there's some potential for that thing to put on some offensive pressure here. I'm just going to make an update to the layout here. Where's my layout? I don't know where it is. And we're going to see a P-Gus hit the field. Is he going to go after the Zeus? He does go after the Zeus. So that's pretty cool. There's my layout. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. This layout right here. Just adjusting slightly because some stuff got a little messed up. This one right here. Move. There we go. Perfect. Cool. So P-Gus hits the field. He is going to save one of those spirits, save both of those spirits actually, with the Altar of Stars to now move Earth Scout into defense position and give him some, some withstanding bulk there as P-Gus can no longer hit over it. P-Gus is very cool. When it receives a Wind Spirit, it can target and destroy a rune, so it puts on some good pressure there. But in this case, Johnny seems to kind of get the upper hand. He's going to actually burn an Earthquake at this point in the game. I'm a little surprised, but it seems that Johnny's running a little shy on offensive Elestrals, or just Elestrals in general, right? Really kind of leaning on the back of that Earth Scout to put on any sort of offensive pressure. Gonna have to expend the draw again, and this is again where the bear deck kind of falls a little short. It can be very expensive to play, but he's got an opportunity to swing for 2 here if he wants it. He's gonna throw down another Zeus, and we've seen Johnny empty his entire hand here. And he's gonna go Zeus at 2, so he's got 2 kind of opportunities to drop attack and defensive Elestrals on the other side. We'll see if LUCK responds here to this Earth Scout now that it has 2 spirits on it, and he does not. So we've got ourselves a 9-15 game, but don't forget, Johnny's got 4 spirits on field. He can utilize those Zeus spirits, or, obviously Earth Scout can float itself out into another bear if he needs to. 3 back row is nice. Here's a Sparkit. Sparkit doesn't have the luxury of picking cards out of Johnny's hand, as all of those cards have now hit the field. Will Johnny respond to this? The attack from Sparkit, 4 attack on Sparkit, being able to hit pretty hard, And Johnny throws down another Altar of Stars. This one going to allow him to Nexus off of the Earth Scout, potentially onto Zeus. And then he could potentially change that, spark it to defense position if he wants to. But he's going to stop this attack nonetheless. He's actually going to steal the Thunder Spirit from the Earth Scout to use it. So, but we haven't... Oh, he's going to Nexus it onto the Zeus. This is exactly what he does. So he passes the Spirit from Earth Scout onto Zeus and then changes the position of the Spark It to nullify its ability to attack and destroy the Earth Scout. So Earth Scout has the option here to use Zeus to weaken the Spark It down to 0 and attack it. It seems as though that's what Johnny's going to do. He's going to drop the defense stat of the Spark It down to 0 with the effect of Zeus's Disenchant. And he's going to get hit with a Gorgon's Gaze. Oh my goodness. Never did I ever think we would see a Gorgon's Gaze offensively used to stop an attack, or defensively used to stop an attack from Earth Scout in this situation. A little surprising, but pretty spicy nonetheless. He needs that Spark It. And we're going to see a resting on your laurels. Yes, there is enough of a difference there to be able to play that 3 spirits on Johnny's side, just 1 on Luck's side, and that's going to clear the Earth Scout here from the field. That's a big deal right there, but the Gorgon's Gaze is going to be played with Earth Scout's Spirit to shut down the Spark It this turn and keep it from mobilizing into an attack. So at the end of the day, Luck clears the Earth Scout. That's what they were looking to do. Basically keeps him from floating that Earth Scout out. Johnny has struggled to draw Elestrals in this game, having only drawn the Earth Scout. This is a very unconventional match, as both of these players are fighting for top 8 right now. This is a best of 1 tournament, keeping things simple right now. We will be moving to the best of 3 format soon, but for this is a best of 1, and now Johnny's got a tough battle ahead. Hasn't had an Elestral, but he's going to draw the Elechick. Elechick is going to allow him, if he's running a 3rd Zeus, to grab it right now. We'll see. There's no Gorgons, it seems. He might be grabbing that Zeus. This could be his opportunity to do so. Elechick does match Spark It with 4 attacks, so they're both sitting at the same, but having that pressure from Zeus allows him to drop the attack of Spark It and see if LUCK has anything in the back row to nullify whatever offensive attack we might see from Johnny. So we'll see if Johnny is going to try to grab another Divine out of his deck. We've seen 2 Zeus already. Earlier one was popped. We're actually going to see a response from LUCK going for the Poison-Tipped Arrow onto Elechick. So, and it seems as though he actually used the Spirit from the Spark It to do just that. So Elechick might hit for free here, but it's going down in the end anyway. So I'm a little surprised about that play. I feel like not using the Spirit off of Spark It at least forces him to disenchant off of Zeus. I think being in the lead, I probably would have made that play, but nonetheless, he's going to be able to once again keep Johnny from having Elestrals on the field, right? Johnny's down, has no Elestrals, only has 7 spirits left. We got ourselves a really close game here now that that Poison-Tipped Arrow cleared out that spot. But does Luck have another Elestral to respond here? This is a pivotal point in the match, and he does, and it's one of the best Elestrals he could draw. aStrabit. aStrabit's going to allow him to look at the top 3 cards from his deck. He's going to be able to choose one of those and add it to his hand, but you get to do it in secrecy. Your opponent does not know what the card you add to your hand is. aStrabit is considered to be by many one of the best, if not the best card in the game. Some would argue Gorgon's Gaze, some may say Voltempest. I think aStrabit's definitely up there. 5 defense is huge. Being able to grab anything from your deck, basically out of the top 3, is phenomenal. And speaking of which, we actually just dropped a Stellar aStrabit t-shirt at shopelestrals.com yesterday. So if you guys want to grab that, head over there. But we see that aStrabit hit. He's able to draw. He uses Ambrosia. He's going to heal up a little bit. And now Johnny is on the back foot because not only does he need an Elestral, he needs one that can hit over the aStrabit. He gets a great draw, though. Toxion's going to hit for 1 passively with his effect. And he can use the Zeus Disenchant to drop the aStrabit's defense and put some offensive pressure on here and potentially knock it out. The question is, what is Luck's last face down counter rune? It's not good enough because Toxion's going to attack it and knock it out. And all of a sudden, Johnny's not in that bad of a position if his face down runes are going to be powerful. We know one of them's a Zeus, right? Because he pulled it from earlier. Here comes Pigus from an offensive perspective. Which rune is he going after? Let's see. Does he go after the Zeus knowing it's he does. He's going to go after the Zeus, it seems. Is there going to be any sort of a response here? Maybe a Gorgon's Gaze or anything like that to stop that? Does Johnny need his Zeus? We'll see if there's any sort of a response. P-Gus, big fan of P-Gus, one of my favorite Elestrals. We're going to see Gorgon's Gaze hit the field. Johnny really wants his Zeus. That tells me that he might be setting up for an Altar of Stars play with Zeus for the late game, or just trying to guarantee that he can hit over the P-Gus. I'm a little surprised to see that, because I was pretty sure that was a Zeus. Earth Scout hits the field with 1 attack. P-Gus has 2. This is an opportunity here. You could crash your Earth Scout. He's going to go for the Zeus play now. He very well may have a 3rd Altar of Stars. He's going to disenchant onto the P-Gus, drop it down to 0. He wants to make sure that he's able to knock this P-Gus out at this point with either the Earth Scout or the Toxion. Might not have been a necessary play for Zeus. He may not have needed it, as Toxion's going to be able to hit directly here, and I don't think Luck is going to respond. This is where you would have used a Shield of Achilles if you had it, or a Tsunami. You would have already used it at this point. So it seems though Luck is going to need an Elestral here. He's going to need one. Let's see what it's going to be. Does he have one? He's going to expend to draw, and this could be the opening Johnny's been waiting for. Only 2 spirits left, Toxion and Earth Scout. He's got some offensive pressure on the field, and he has 1 counter rune face down. We're going to see Luck start to set the back row. Something there is going to disrupt Johnny. He's hoping anyway. Johnny's going to get the draw here. Just 2 spirits to go. His options are limited. Probably looking for another Ambrosia to keep him in it, but he's going to draw a Toxion. That's going to allow him to hit passively for 1 again due to Toxion's effect. And now he has a chance to hit for 3 if there's no response. Does Luck have a Tsunami or anything to stop this offensive onslaught? Tsunami would be the optimal card. We haven't seen it played yet, and we're not going to see it played here either. 3 spirits go down. Luck is down to just 2 spirits left and has no Elestrals on board. How is this last bit going to play out? Will Bears be victorious against what seems to be a pretty, top tier Thunder deck with some Wind Splash? Here's a Sorlet. That could be it. Sorlet has 5 attack, and it can hit over both Toxions. Does Johnny have an Altar of Stars face down or something similar? He has the Tsunami face down. We talked this entire time about Tsunami, one of the most impactful counter runes in the game, a card that can simply devastate opponents in moments like this, where it only costs just 1 Leviathan, 1 Water Spirit to change the tides of the match. All of these non-water enchanted Elestrals are forced into defense position, and they're forced to be nullified in their offensive onslaught. And the reality of it here is Luck has only 1 spirit left, so their options are limited. Johnny can't even play any other cards. Toxion hits. He's going to knock out the very frail 1 defense Sorlet. The other Toxion attacks directly, and that should be game unless there's a secret Tsunami sitting face down, and it looks like there isn't. Johnny moves to top 8 with the Bears, baby. You love to see it. Show some love for Johnny going into the top 8 with the Bears. Congratulations to Johnny. Wow. My goodness. What a game.
Yeah.
Scout MVP.
Dude.
Yep. Awesome game.
GG's, guys. Hey, Luck, thanks so much for playing. And Johnny, congrats on the win with the Bears, dude. Wow.
Yeah, awesome game.
All right, so we got Cerebro versus Curse. So let's update the layout here. Okay, so we see the game kick off with a Nectar of the Gods. Gets to draw a couple. And then we're going to see 2 counter runes played face down and an Arrow Mare cast into defense position to start off Cerebro's turn. So Cerebro's got a nice little kind of back defensive set of counter runes there. We'll see what Curse is going to do to respond. So we saw Curse's deck, right, in the last game, kind of in between matches. We were peeking in a little bit there, and we saw a little bit of insight into what they're trying to do, their game plan here. So I'm very excited to see this operate. The goal of Curse's deck is to execute a strategy called the Trident Lock in Elestrals. In Elestrals, there's a few ways to shut down counter runes, and counter runes are some of the most prevalent, cards in the game. They basically allow you to stop attacks. They allow you to disrupt your opponent's strategy very effectively. So when you can shut them down for your opponent, it gives you an incredible advantage. And what Curse is trying to do is when you compare the Divine Rune Poseidon, the Water Divine Rune Poseidon, with Trident of Poseidon, you can effectively shut down counter runes entirely and exert a lot of pressure. So Hephaestus here searches out the artifacts, right? So by casting the Hephaestus, you can search out a Trident of Poseidon and add it to your hand. The thing that makes this deck a little wonky is that you're running a lot of elements. You're running fire for the fire searching, you're running thunder for the divine searching, you're running water to execute the strategy, and it can all be blown up with like an earthquake, right? So it's not as if these things, there's no counterplay to it. You know, Trident of Poseidon is very good, but there's always an opportunity for your opponent to respond. And here's a good example of that. Cerebro, in my opinion, playing very smart here, knows what he's up against. Trident lock. I'm going to use my counter runes right away. Necro hits the field with 5 attack. This is a powerful Elestral, and it's clear that there may be an offensive attack coming here with some sort of a setup, maybe the Trident or maybe something else. But Poison Tipped Arrow is going to hit the field, and that's going to drop Necrof's attack by 2 down to 3 attack and make it so he's not going to be able to knock out the Arrow Mare in this situation unless there's some other play here. So not only that, but Cerebro has the opportunity to pay another Spirit to get rid of the Necrof entirely, and I think that that's a really good kind of first turn play. And I think right now, in the way Elestrals is set up, most decks and most players prefer to go first. And the reason for that is because you can set those runes face down. And we're going to see that advantage that Cerebro grits here. Now, the drawback to that, or kind of the flip payoff, is that, you know, if you go second, you get an extra card, right? Because you get to draw. But in Elestrals, draw power is not something that's like limited. Like, you have the ability to get draws through your expend to draw or cards like Nectar of the Gods. So there's always opportunities to draw. So I think most players tend to prefer to go first. We're going to see a Thunder or a Wind Spirit on the Elechick, not a Thunder Spirit, so not getting a Divine Rune here. And he's going to try to poke for 2. Thanks, Deathly, for 84, man. It's unlikely, in my opinion, we see a response here unless it's a Tsunami. The Tsunami doesn't get you much, right? Like, it saves you 1 Spirit in the long run, but putting Arrow Mare into defense doesn't get you very far, and, you know, putting Elechick in defense is good, but not all that crazy. The thing here is, Cerebro utilizing a Wind Spirit on the Elechick tells me they might be trying to set up for an Ascension. That's where my brain's at. Volcaries is going to hit the field here with 3 attack, but it's going to get some buffs. There are currently 3 Fire Spirits on the field, so Volcaries jumps up to 6 attack immediately with that. So Hephaestus has 2, Volcaries has 1 itself, so now it is a 6 attacker, a very fearsome threat here from an offensive perspective. The question is, does Curse have the ability to shut down that back row? Does Cerebro have something face down that can even disrupt this Volcaries at this point, or is it a bluff? Nonetheless, 6 attack is looking pretty good. So let's see what Curse is going to do here. We know they have a Trident in their hand. We know they're trying to set up for this big Trident lock, but that's only useful if you're able to get ahead in the game, right? Like, setting up the Trident lock isn't very good if you're, you know, behind on spirits and you don't really have any field presence. It's only good if you can kind of keep the opponent's board clear enough to take advantage of stopping their counter runes. So, Volcary's sitting at, again, 6 attack here. I think if you're Cursed, you probably really wanted the Kinleo. Kinleo, very fearsome with Hephaestus being able to Nexus and destroy things very easily. But we'll see if that Volcaries goes on the offensive. I think if you're Cursed, you probably don't have too much of an option here. I think you kind of have to just attack. And I find myself when I'm playing Elestrals that oftentimes I know, okay, maybe I should attack, maybe I shouldn't attack. I always just go for the attack. I feel like you might as well make them use their counter runes at some point if they have them. So Cerebro might be thinking about this play, or since we're spectating, we don't see every action. There are sometimes some things like, you know, please wait, or some different kind of communication things that can happen that we might not see, I believe, in spectating. But we are going to see the Trident lock take place right now. Trident of Poseidon and Poseidon hit the field at the same time. Well, you know, one after the other. Cerebro does have a window to respond to the Poseidon, but does not in this case. And Volcaries is going to be able to knock out the Arrow Mare. And whatever that face down rune is that Cerebro has, if it's a counter rune, there's nothing they can do with it. It could completely invalidate any counter runes they have. But again, Curse's strategy, it's great. When you can execute this, it's phenomenal. But one Earthquake or resting on your laurels or any of that will completely shut it down. And in the context of Cerebro's deck, a P-Gust might be the thing to do it. So we'll see how this is going to play out. This could be really interesting. If you're able to drop the attack of that Volcaries down, you might be able to do something with that. Let's see what he's going to search out. Cerebro is able to grab anything. He's going to grab the Hydrake. Oh, baby, here we go. Hydrake has the opportunity to ram itself into the Volcaries and turn itself into a Twindra real quick. Here we go. Will we see the big beast Penterror hit the field already in this game? This is exactly the timing you want Penterror to hit the field if you're Cerebro. You're mid-game, your opponent only has 2 cards in their hand, they've got a lot of spirits invested in their Volcaries, And if you can knock it out, you're clearing 3 spirits off the board. You're completely invalidating their Trident lock. You're putting so much offensive pressure out with Pantera, and that's what we're gonna see. Twindra gets cut down, 2 heads get chopped off, and Pantera is cast from hand. So our earlier speculation the misenchant of Elechick was indeed to set up for an ascension into Pantera. And now Pantera fires off into the Volcaries. Will it go through? It does! That's gonna be 2 spirits and the Trident down, and Elechick is gonna be free to hit directly for a 3rd spirit of damage. A lot went into that turn for Cerebro. They invested so heavily. 2 spirits on Aeolus to get to Hydrake. Hydrake into Twindra. Twindra into Pantera. A huge investment, but a massive swing at this point in the game, as now Pantera, the strongest Elestral in the game, stares down just 2 divine runes, and Cerebro seems to have a ton of control over this game right now. But I remind you, there's other cards that can come into play here. There's still a Poseidon on the field that can Nexus if he's got anything that can utilize that. Kinleo can hit the field. Cerebro's in a situation where they've got a lot of offensive pressure, but they probably don't have the spirits to really take advantage of Pantera going down if it does go down again. Or it does go down at all. But 3 spirits hit. Pantera, when it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can actually get yourself some more Twindras and Hydrakes and things like that. So he can swarm the field again. But we'll see if Curse has a response here. This is going to be really interesting to watch because they're kind of on the back foot, but a Kinleo could put them right back in this. A Kinleo and a Trident or anything like that. He has the opportunity to search another Trident if he wants. It's just a matter of, does he have enough spirits to be able to execute, and does he have the tools in his hand? Only 3 cards in hand. Will he have the tools to get rid of the big beast Pantera? Oh man, this is exciting. You always love to see it. I think a lot of people consider where the metagame for Elestrals is right now, and there's a huge emphasis on 1-drop attackers. Just simple, I play this 5-attack, Galaxy or Viscerus or whatever it is, and I just attack, and that's really all I need to do. But we see the threat. If you can clear the runes, if you can find the path, something like a Pantera can hit the field and just absolutely dominate. Because, yeah, you can get rid of it right now with an Earthquake or something, but it's going to take a lot of resources. Here's the Zeus. That's a lot of divine runes, man. He's got 3 gods on his side. 4 gods in the game are on the field. 4 of the 5 divine runes are on the field right now. We may never see this again. This is actually a really fun kind of situation. Demeter is sitting on the sidelines today, apparently. Zeus is going to disenchant. Probably going after the Elechick. I don't know why you're going after the Pantera with 15 attacks. It's going to be hard to hit over that. Oh, man. This is something else. This is something else. Sponsored? No, Runny. This is my game. I created this game, dude. Welcome to Elestrals, dude. That's a compliment. I take that as a compliment. Hey, Drive, are you sponsored? You're streaming Elestrals. No, man. This is my game. I'm the creator and owner. We're gonna see a Volcaries hit the field. Here we go. Volcaries with Hammer of Hephaestus. How strong can he get? So Volcaries is at 3, gets 4 and 5. Hammer's gonna get him 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gets him to 10, I think. I think Hammer gets him to 10, if I'm not mistaken. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hammer gets him 3 more. I think he's at 10, and I think Pantera is at 12 if he utilized Zeus on it. If he has another Hammer, then maybe, right? A Hammer gets him 3 more, and then he hits over the Pantera. Dude, I swear, if this Volcaries knocks out this Pantera, I may eat a shoe. I'm not actually gonna eat a shoe, but gosh, that would be epic. Tell me Curse has another Hammer in his hand, or a Volcanic Forge or something. That would be epic. He has another Hephaestus! Oh my god, he's gonna get a Hammer! No shot! Or a Trident, he can get a Trident! Oh my god, he's gonna do it! He's gonna do it! What a play! Curse having every single piece of the puzzle that he needs. He's gonna he doesn't even need it because Hephaestus buffs the Volcaries. So Volcaries is gonna hit over the Pantera! Oh my goodness! He uses the Zeus to drop Pantera's attack down to 12. He fuels up his Volcaries with a total of 7 fire spirits plus the Hammer of Hephaestus. He cannot be targeted by opponent's Celestial effects. Sorlet cannot change Volcari's to defense position. Oh my gosh. And there's the Sorlet, but he can't do it. Hammer of Hephaestus, he can't. It doesn't work. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Directly?
Hold on, I gotta pause. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Siberian, can you chime in here? Am I missing something?
Yes.
Oh, Hammer! Oh my gosh, Hammer has
Hammer.
an effect.
That, yeah.
Hold up.
My bad, guys. Oops.
Siberian, is that appropriate? Cause that for me to chime in on that?
Hold up. Let me.
My bad.
Yes, you are allowed to point out.
Cause it's a legal play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys. I just completely forgot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm still learning because I'm not a judge about what I'm allowed to chime in on, because you know sometimes I get excited and I'm like, wait a minute, you can't do that. So this is an okay situation. This is an illegal play. Let me explain what happened. Sorlet hits the field. It wants to activate its effect, which allows it to expend a Wind Spirit to change the position of Elestral on the field. But the thing is, its effect targets an Elestral. No, it doesn't target. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
Completely
Sorlet
forgot.
doesn't target. Did you guys notice that? Sorry.
Oh,
That's on me.
so then it's
You're
then it's a
good.
fine effect, right? Then it's fine.
Update. Is that the updated text? Let me check the database.
Yeah,
But I
let's
remember
double check
there's
that.
some strange stuff.
Let me
Let me check
pull
the
it up.
database real quick.
I'm
because
checking the
if,
database.
Change the position. Okay.
It doesn't target. I don't know.
Are we just gonna text update
It does
to
not.
see
It
if
does not target.
Okay, so
Okay, so we're all
So-
good.
That's
so
You're
I didn't
good.
cheat.
It's a good play.
Okay,
It was a legal
cool.
play. Sorry for the fire
Okay,
drill,
cool.
guys. I just want to
Alright,
make sure it's
that's
good.
okay.
It's okay. And then
Okay. So that's a great learning opportunity for everybody involved. We thought it maybe wasn't a legal play because Hammer of Hephaestus invalidates targeting if Hephaestus is played, but Sorlet doesn't actually target. It simply changes the Elestral's position. Because it doesn't have the keyword target, then it's able to hit through. Wow. Since when does Sorlet not target? I have no idea. You got me looking through my cards to look for a Sorlet right now. Bro, I thought it targeted too, man. I thought it targeted too. What? Bro, what? I have no words. I have no words. No, it's okay that it doesn't target. I feel like I thought for so long that it targeted. Oh my gosh. Guys, what's funny is like, I know there's going to be people who watch this and they're like, how can the owner of the game not know what every effect is? But what you guys don't know is that the effects have changed so many times. It's so hard for me to remember what the actual final text is because I'm the one who's like generally writing the effects and changing them when we are, you know, working through the testing phase and stuff. So we've had so many cards change over that period of time that little nuances like that sometimes you don't even think of. That's crazy, man. What a play. He had the exact thing he needed, which was, wow, the Sorlet to change the position. And now Exalter hits the field, and that's going to be the game. Cerebro's going to pull it off with the Sorlet. Wow. That was crazy, man.
are we Clash 1? We are Clash 1.
We are Clash 1, yeah.
What a crazy game. I'm so sorry, guys, that I messed you up there.
It's okay. It's okay.
You
I
had
got
me all
really
excited, man. I
excited.
thought I was still in this.
I got really excited. GG's to both of you guys. That was an incredible game. What a crazy comeback. I'm speechless. I do apologize though.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It was quality content no matter what.
Oh my goodness.
like
Jesus,
I
guys.
was support. Like I should. Well, there was nothing to catch, but I should notice that you made a mistake.
No, it's all good. It's all good. GG's, guys.
GG.
Oh my goodness. All right. Jack Kiyomu and Cerebro in our top 4 match here. Looks like we're just kind of jumping in. So first turn, we see an aDrive hit the field on Cerebro's side. That's going to allow him to grab an extra card. They set 3 back row, and it looked like Jack mulligan to start the game, trying to search out a better hand. That seems to be what happened, as they only had 18 spirits. So we got in a little late on this one. They jumped in it without me, but that's my fault because I was distracted. So Jack's going to expend the draw. That's going to give them another card in their hand. They're going to set some back row here. Looks like they're going to set 3 back row. Will they set 4? They're going to set 4 back row. So no Elestrals for Jack on turn 1. Cerebro's going to pick up another card here. They've got 3 in hand, 3 in the Rune Row, and the Rabbit. And they're playing a Nectar of the Gods, baby. Drawing 2. It's going to buff up their hand at the cost of 2 spirits. Nectar of the Gods, a great early game card. I think most players prefer to not see it in the late game. We're going to see a Hydrake hit the field. That's something that Jack's going to want to hit with a PTA or something if he has it. Otherwise, he might just have to take a hit here with the Hydrake. aDrive's going to change to attack. Probably no reason not to. You can hit an extra spirit here. It may bait out something like a Tsunami, but I doubt it. I think Jack's just taking 2 here, probably. This is one of those unique situations where if you're Jack, like, you really don't want to burn your counter runes right now because bouncing an aDrive back to hand is really useless. Bouncing a Hydrake back to hand is really useless. Like, not super good. This is top 4. Yes, we are in top 4 right now. I'm going to update the title. Jack is going to hit the field with the Elechick. That's going to allow him to search out a Divine Rune. We might see a Gorgon's Gaze, and we do. Cerebro's going to shut down that Divine Search immediately with Gorgon's Gaze. Now, if you're Cerebro, you probably don't want to use your Gorgons there, but he saves his aDrive and he stops a Divine hitting the field. So it ends up working out really well, and now he can pressure with Hydrake. Hydrake is able to just run right into the Elechick. Alis hits the field. This is the perfect opportunity to grab something like an Exaltair or a P-Gust and just start exerting so much pressure. If it's me, I'm probably grabbing Exaltair here. In my opinion, hitting one of those back row is pointless when there's 4 of them, right? You're basically guessing. He's going to future-proof the turns later and grab a Sorlet here for the offensive pressure. Again, if it's me, I feel like Exaltair looks pretty good there, but we'll see what happens. Hydrake's going to crash into the Elechick. Jack's got to have a response to this. You cannot give him a free Twin Draw. He's not going to let it happen. Tsunami turns the tides of the battle of the Clash, and Sorlet, Hydrake, and aDrive are all going to defense position. One of the most impactful Tsunami plays we've seen so far in the tournament, pushing 3 Elestrals to defense position, including their own Elechick. I think we're going to shortcut that as he probably wants to attack position anyway, so not a big deal here. Elechick has an opportunity to get a KO on that Sorlet if the back row isn't there. Resting on your laurels is played, and he can get rid of Hydrake. Huge plays from Jack. Resting on your laurels can only be used when you're behind. Your opponent has to have 2 more spirits in the field than you do for it to work. But in this context, all 3 of Cerebro's Elestrals have 1 spirit on them. Therefore, Jack gets to choose the target, chooses the Hydrake, and removes it from the field in a very powerful way. And that's going to be huge because if that Hydrake was able to turn into a Pantera, that would be hard to come back from. The Elechick's going to hit the Sorlet. This is where Cerebro's going to want to respond with something like a Shield or a Tsunami of their own if they have it. I don't think they want to let the Sorlet go down, but it depends on what kind of back row they have. And we're going to see the tides change once again as Tsunami is played, a very influential card in the game. But don't forget, Water Elestrals are completely immune to the play of Tsunami. And I can tell you that I've been in this situation where I'm playing 3 Tsunamis and I regret it because I'm like, oh my god, I keep running into Galaxies and Mistations. There's the Exaltair, which probably explains why he didn't search it out earlier. And he has the ability to start putting on some pressure with Nexus. For those who aren't familiar, Nexus is the action of moving a spirit from one card on the field to another in order to activate an effect. Not every card can Nexus, but Exaltair is the main Nexus card in Wind, and it burns the opponent for 2 spirits or hits them directly for 2 spirits when that Nexus happens. He Nexuses from his Aeolus onto his Exaltair, that burns for 2, and now he has the opportunity to go on the onslaught. I would be very surprised if Jack doesn't have a response here. He does not. He's going to let the attack go through. The Elechick goes down, and will he take 3 spirits here, or will he respond to the Exaltair? This is a big blow if this hit goes through. It's going to be a Shield of Achilles. So the Shield of Achilles is going to bounce the Exaltair back to the hand. That's a good use of it. With Exaltair having 2 spirits on it, you're kind of getting a good exchange there, right? Like, you're saving yourself taking 2. It's a neutral exchange between the shield and what you would have taken, but you get rid of the threat off the field. So it's a really good opportunity to use shield. Usually you're using shield in your losing spirit exchange, but in this context, you're able to kind of keep it neutral. So really a necessary play there by Jack. Jack's going to draw another card here. Let's see what he's got in the bank. A lot of cards in hand, a lot of opportunities. As Stravit hits the field, that's going to allow him to look at the top 3 cards of his deck and add 1 to hand, and also Fortify as a 5 defense Elestral. Don't forget, Sorlet has the opportunity to change his position. We know it doesn't target now, of course. And Exaltair is waiting in the wings as an opportunity to potentially Nexus again. Jack's going to throw down Zeus. Now, if you're looking at this from the outside, you say, okay, he has a Zeus, he has an Astrabit. What's the benefit of playing Zeus here if you're not going on the offensive? Well, it tells me that there's an opportunity here for an Altar of Stars to be one of the cards face down for Jack. That would be my guess, right? If I'm looking at this as the opponent, I'm thinking one of those face down runes is probably Altar of Stars, because why would you play the Zeus here otherwise? So sometimes you can gather, or maybe he's baiting Altar, but sometimes you can gather some interesting information that way. Here comes Exaltair again, and again, this 2-spirit burn is so big, and it's one of the things that allows Wind to stand out from some of the other decks. Wind can often be so expensive to play. It's very, very expensive, not in terms of getting the cards, but in terms of being able to get your AList to search the cards you need. Pantera and Hydrate can use a lot of spirits very quickly, but you can get them right back with Exaltair being able to move those spirits around the field and hit for 2 damage. And Jack's going to be put in a situation where he only has 1 spirit left. Cerebro's in a very powerful position. Going to activate Sorlet's effect to expend a Wind Spirit to change the position of the Astrabit to attack position here. And now Jack is in a situation where he has to stop this attack somehow. Will we see the Altar of Stars or something similar? Let's find out. Even so, Jack is on a timer. If he does not get rid of his Altar on this next turn, this game's over either way. Let's see. Jack debating their moves. Very few spirits left. Altar of Stars does hit the field. Not a surprise there. That's going to allow the Astrabit to change to defense position. And most importantly, the Nexus from Altar of Stars is going to move a spirit. Oh, he passes it back to the Zeus. I'm a little confused. We'll wait and see. Okay. That was a mistake. I'm like, wait a minute, something went wrong there. So he's gonna pass the spirit from the, oh, I see what he did. He's using the spirit on Astrabit to play the Altar of Stars, and then he's moving the spirit from Zeus onto the Astrabit. So I was actually explaining to Shady Penguin in between matches how in between chains, if a card has an effect that's pending on a chain, or if the chain is still resolving and a card is under enchanted, you have an opportunity to like fix that game state before the chain fully resolves. So in that context, he can actually keep his Astrabit afloat as he finalizes the chain of Altar of Stars and pass the spirit from the Zeus onto the Astrabit, allowing him to activate the effect again and change the Astrabit to defense position, thus stopping the Sorlet from knocking it out, giving him a free card from the top of his deck, and having an opportunity to come back here. He really needs an Ambrosia, though, if we're being completely honest. The only way he's getting out of this, he needs an Ambrosia, and he needs to get rid of that Exaltair. Resting on your laurels does not do that. You do not have the opportunity to clear it because it has 2 spirits on it. So it is not the lowest spirit enchant on the field. So if you're Jack, you're in a very tough spot here. I don't even know what your out is. You need something like, even a Sonic Core doesn't save you here. Toxion gonna ascend. That's gonna allow him to hit for 1. He can hit over the Exaltair with it. He ascends from the Astrabit with a Wind Spear. All he had left was a Wind Spear, but he is going to be able to activate the effect. A Gorgon's Gaze is going to shut down the Toxion's effect and prevent it from attacking. And without any other spirits left in the spirit deck, it is very unlikely for Jack to be able to come back in this one. It seems as though Cerebro has a free path here to Nexus with their Exaltair and ultimately seal the deal and work their way to the finals match. Let's see if that's how it plays out. It's looking that way. Jack, I will tell you, has been touted as one of the best Elestrals players since the game has come out. Constantly top cutting in the kind of grassroots tournaments that have happened, and he's been very involved in the game. So to come out in this situation and to have their Toxion shut down in this top 4 match, I'm sure is very tough for them. The only real play here is a potential Gorgon's Gaze to stop the Exaltair Nexus. He has it. He does have it. But it's not going to be enough because he's not going to have enough spirits to stop the attack from the Sorlet and the Astrabit. I don't think he has enough to be able to hang in there. He does stop the Nexus at least, but I don't know if he has enough to stop this. Sorlet hits the field. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. No Tsunami saving him. He has no spirits left. And Cerebro is going to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Cerebro. And, of course, to Jack Yomu for making it this far in our top cut. And that's going to be that. We are going to the finals of the first ever Elestrals digital tournament. That was a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was a game. And don't forget, if you guys want to check out the Elestrals mobile app, it is free to play right now on our Discord server, discord.gg/Elestrals. You do have to join our Discord, though, because we're in beta on the app. We're not like a full like app store release yet. And we do have cards available at our store, shopelestrals.com, if you want to pick up some starter decks. All right, here we are, our finals match. Cerebro working through the gauntlet to take on one of the favorites, Jade Johnny, who's been a mainstay in the Elestrals community as one of the most dominant players thus far. The craziest thing, though, is Johnny is running a deck that is very unconventional. We have yet to see Bears make any sort of an impact in Elestrals competitive play, and Johnny's playing the Bears, baby. And he's going to start things off with Urseer, the big brother. When it destroys an Elestral in battle, you get to cast another bear from your deck. So very, very strong. But with only 3 attack stat, generally Urseer is considered to be kind of the weakest of the bears right now, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to see a draw here from Cerebro. 3 set back face down on Johnny's end. Cerebro, we know we're running that powerful win deck with Penterror. So they're going to see the Elechick hit the field. That's going to give him a free Divine Search. Elechick allows you to grab your Aeolus very quickly. Super duper cool. And we're going to see a Gorgon's Gaze to stop that early game Gorgon's Gaze. Really cool play from Johnny here. Not only are you saving your Urseer because you're stopping an attack that could potentially come your way, but you're stopping the Divine Search, which I think is what Johnny's really trying to do there. He does not want the Divine to hit. In fact, he's got his own Divine. The leader of the Thunder Pantheon, Zeus, hits the field. And Zeus is very powerful, considered one of the best Divine runes in the game right now because of its ability to disenchant and drop attack and defense stats of opposing Elestrals. Scout hits the field now and has the opportunity to potentially hit for a spirit damage. He's going to actually go for the Ram, but the Tsunami is out. Tsunami is a very, very powerful card. Being able to switch the position of the offensive Elestrals here. Very, very interesting. So I really like what Johnny did here, though, incorporating the Zeus into the bear deck, because the bear's biggest struggle is that they don't have a lot of attack. So you can't really utilize Urseer that effectively, but Zeus invalidates that. It makes it so you have the opportunity to hit over some of those 5 attack threats with Urseer and be able to kind of flood the board with the bears. When you only have 1 bear facing you, it's not too bad, but when you have 2 or 3, it starts to get a little hairy. Pigus hits the field. That's going to allow him a free shot on one of those runes. Does he go after Zeus or does he go after one of the face downs? Let's see if Johnny has any sort of response. He's going after the Zeus. I love the play. Get rid of the 2 spirits that are in your face right now. Johnny has no cards in his hand. This is a huge opportunity for Cerebro to put on a ton of pressure. Pigus going on the offensive into the Urseer. Will he get the KO? No! A Tsunami of his own is huge for Jade Johnny. Able to turn the tides again as both Pigus and Elechick are forced into defense position. And this could be an opportunity for Urseer to start to snowball this match and get Johnny right back in it. It's all going to come down to what Cerebro's face down counter rune is. Johnny's got to be feeling pretty good if he can handle that counter rune. Earthquake's going to hit the field. That is going to... Wait. Hold on. That's a misenchanted Earthquake. I'm very confused. He got very excited. I'm assuming he just grabbed the wrong spirits. Johnny got super excited, grabbed the wrong spirits. He's going to take out the P-Gust. No surprise there. Small little mishap. No big deal. The Thunderquake, right? He had the spirits. It's all good. Here comes the Sparkit. I think he was just excited about Sparkit is what it came down to. And now the offensive onslaught begins from the Bears. Will Urseer be able to clear this Elechick and flood the field even further? Johnny down to just a handful of spirits left. He needs this attack to go through, and Cerebro has no response. Johnny's going to be able to activate Urseer's effect and pull out another bear. He can grab another Urseer, or he can grab an Scout here. We'll see which one he decides to grab. Oh my gosh, he's going to grab another Urseer, and he should be able to hit for 3, and he does. Cerebro potentially backed against the wall, facing down 4 Elestrals, but none of the Elestrals go above 4 attack. There is no back row for Johnny. An Exaltair, a Sorlet, something like that could turn this around. In fact, a Hydrake could turn this around so fast. And this goes back to I was gonna say it goes back to that Elechick play on the Gorgon's Gaze earlier, but no, he has the opportunity to do it. He's going to Pantera, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he's going to Twindra, I think. He's gonna disenchant 2 from Aeolus. That allows him to search out any one of his Elestrals that are wind. He's gonna go for the Sorlet, which I think is a more conservative play, right? Like, why bother going Twindra? I kind of get that, right? Not really a reason to go Twindra there when you could just go Sorlet and save yourself some spirits. So he goes Sorlet. He's going to clear the Sparket. Johnny is looking to top deck a Zeus so badly right now. Will he get it? He has an opportunity to expend a draw if he wants to. He's going to do just that. He's expending the draw. He's fishing for something. Zeus helps him hit over that Sorlet. He needs something to hit over that Sorlet right now. Let's see if he can get it. He's going to go on the defensive. Scout turns to defense position. This is a close one. Hydrake does hit the field now. Oh, man. Hydrake goes into the Urseer. Johnny has no back row. That's going to clear the Urseer. And the Sorlet's going to clear the other Urseer. So both Urseer go down. And Johnny's left with just an Scout. Here we go. Johnny sets a card face down in the counter rune slot. Here comes an Elechick. That's going to allow him to search out that Zeus just maybe a turn too late. That probably came off the back of that, ooh, the Gorgon's Gaze going to shut it down. I was going to say it came off the back of that expend to draw last turn, but Gorgon's Gaze shutting down the Elechick and stopping that Divine Search right here. That's going to give Cerebro an opportunity to put on the offensive pressure with Sorlet. Ambrosia to regen 3 spirits. Hydrate can now crash into Elechick with no problem. Get rid of both of them and hit Twindra onto the field. Let's see if he goes for that now. Wow, this is a really close game. I think right now, ooh, that P-Gus is huge. He's going to clear that back row. Is it a Tsunami? It doesn't really matter what it is, honestly, because a Tsunami wouldn't really matter. It wouldn't stop the Hydrake. It wouldn't stop the Sorlet. They could just change right back to attack. The only thing that would really matter here would be something like a Gorgon's Gaze, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to GG that Hydrake, I assume, trying to keep it from turning into a Sorlet. Now, I will say, there's a play here. If Johnny's running 3 Urseers, there's an opportunity for his Scout. Oh, what did he Gorgons? Did he Gorgons the... I guess he Gorgons the Sorlet, then. I guess he stopped the Sorlet, because now Twindra's hitting the field. I think we're going to see the Twindra. It's going to be Twindra, baby! Twindra is coming out. Sorlet might be invalidated, but he can hit that Scout. I think if you're Johnny, you're probably going to float Scout into Scout again. But let's see. Does he attack it with the Twindra? Like, I don't even know what Johnny can top deck here that gets him back in it. I'm feeling like he needs to, like, float into another Scout and then draw a Blazerus. But I don't think he's running Blazerus, right? Like, he needs something to, like, just abolish Cerebro's field, but Cerebro's Pantera deck is standing so strong right now. I'm so excited to see Pantera kind of leading the charge. It's incredible. Scout's going to hit the field. He's going to float into it. This is going to provide him with the defenses. It's a Thunder Scout. Tell me he's about to go Sonic Core or something, right? That's going to stop the P-Gus from hitting, and we'll see what Johnny's going to top deck into here. He needs something. Nectar of the Gods at this point of the game is so rough. Oh, man, he's going to draw 2. Oh, my goodness. He needs, like, a double Ambrosia Sonicore, and even then, you still lose to Pantera. I don't even know what you do here. This might be Cerebro's game. He's going to set a face-down rune. Here comes a Zeus Misenchanted. What does he have, an altar? We saw him win with a Misenchanted Zeus in the last game, so... With 0 spirits left, J. Johnny backed into a corner against this powerful wind deck. And I'm assuming that's going to be it. Doesn't seem like there's anything Johnny can do here. The play potentially, he's going to actually... He's actually going to enchant the P-Gus to hit the face down so he knows what it is. And that's game. Unless even Tsunami doesn't save you here. So I don't know what Johnny could possibly have. But it seems as though the first ever... It's Altar Stars, but it's not going to matter. The first ever Elestrals tournament constructed winner is going to be Cerebro live. Congratulations to Cerebro for winning a Pantera uncut sheet So fitting that you did it with a Pantera deck. And, I mean, just huge wins overall. Congratulations.
Yeah. My super awesome giant pig.
You're able to hit the Chrysler?
He's got the Chrysler!
Attack!
I'm not
Let's
even mad, bro.
go!
I'm not even mad, bro. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Cerebro, for winning
Thank
the first
you.
ever Elestrals
Yeah,
digital
let's go!
constructed tournament, dude.
Let's go!
How does it feel that you are going to be one of just 3 people to have a uncut full art Pantera sheet with a
I'm
Pantera
shocked.
deck, dude?
I'm shocked because, yeah, I'm shocked.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations, Cerebro. There's only one thing left for us to do, man. Do you know what
Yep.
that is?
Yep, it's play.
It's for us to play, man. So let's
Okay.
get it. So tell me, man, what kind of got you into Elestrals? Like, what other games have you been playing, or what inspired you to dive in and grind out a tournament like this?
Well, I played a different card game that I won't name, but I played a different card game, and I was watching one of the videos for that, and I saw Elestrals prototype videos come up in the recommended sidebar on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. And then I started watching it, and I was like, yeah, this looks really fun. And then I backed on Kickstarter, and then I bought some starter decks. I got another starter deck coming from the extra stuff, and yeah, I
That's-
just love the game. It's awesome.
That's
Thank you for
awesome,
creating
man.
it.
I love it, dude. That's so great. And thank you, man. It's really cool for me to hear because that you found us from like the recommended on YouTube, because our team put so much effort into like our social media stuff. And it's really cool that that's how you found us. So, and then, for you to come out here and win the tournament, dude, that's just so hype. So really excited to
I'm
have
hyped.
you. Let's get it.
Yep.
Hopefully I have a set 1 deck and not a set 2 or 3 deck in my hands right now.
Surely you wouldn't have set 2 cards.
We'll see.
I'll go first.
All right, let's get it. Oh, and don't watch the stream because you could see my
Oh
cards.
no, I don't have stream open. Don't worry.
All right, have fun,
That would
man.
not
Let's
be
get
fun.
it. Oh,
Let's
man.
start off with Nectar to draw
Okay.
2.
Little nog. All right.
What does it do?
I don't know, man.
Tough to say sometimes. In that case, we'll go Ash
Nice.
Rabbit
Okay.
to look at the top 3 cards in my deck. I'll grab this one. Put 1,
Don't forget to shuffle.
2. Oh yeah, good catch. I'm not good at remembering that.
It's all good.
In paper, I'm good because I know that I have to shuffle the physical cards. But yeah.
All right, gonna set a rune face down.
Yup.
I'll just set 3 back row,
Oh my.
and I'll throw down a Sorlet. Any response?
Sorlet. No response to Sorlet.
All right, I'll use this effect then. I'll expend
will.
to
The one that
swap.
doesn't target.
Yeah, right now we know. And I'll run into some back row here. Go for it.
Sure. If you want me to play the back row.
I mean, you do
we'll play
whatever
the
you
back
want.
row.
That's fine with me. Whatever you think
We'll
is
play
best.
the back row.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta get
Put
rid of your
that in
back row
there.
eventually. So,
Yep.
all right, all you.
Okay. Cool. Let's go with Aeolus.
Okay. No response.
Enchant with 2. I'll try to use Aeolus effect to disenchant to get a search. We will grab P-Gust here,
Okay.
and where's the alert button? There it is.
Okay.
P-Gust effect, target the middle back row.
All right. I'll respond.
Sure. PTA.
That's gonna
Fair
drop you
enough.
to 0 attack. Yep.
Yep, and then I can't do damage. Okay. Attack Spirit Deck.
Yeah, I'll
If-
take 1 from Rabbit.
Yep. And then destroy.
Cool.
Cool. Go ahead.
All right. Nice. Okay. Set another rune face down, and I will bring out the pig again, since you were so
A
rude
pig.
to return the pig, and I'll take out your rabbit.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna run out a Hydrake.
Okay.
A Hydrake
I'm
will
actually,
attack-
hold on, I'm going
Oh,
to
yep.
respond to that with
Cool.
PTA.
Okay.
Actually, that was a misplay. That's all right.
Attack Swordlet?
Yeah, I'm gonna Tsunami. I misplayed though. I should have let you. I should have
Yeah.
PTA'd the. I should have PTA'd the Twindra. That was a big misplay. Okay. And then I'll use the PTA to get rid of the Hydra.
Yes.
That was a dumb play.
Yep. It's all good though.
Yeah, it's all good. So just to explain to people watching, so the optimal play there, guys, was I let him crash the Hydrake into the Sorlet because then he just knocks himself out. He forced himself into Twindra, and then I Tsunami the Twindra, or I Poison Tipped Arrow the Twindra and Tsunami the Twindra. That would have been the better play. Or PTA the the Pantera. Like there was other ways I could have done that a lot better, but okay. Let's see here. I'll just double pig and hit you for 2.
Double pig. Fair enough.
Yeah, the throw. That's all right. Okay.
Coolio. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Don't you Hydrake me again.
You know what? Just because you said that, let's play Aeolus.
Oh,
Enchant it with
man.
1.
Oh man.
We'll go Aeolus to get my Hydrake.
Yep. Oh man, I gotta figure out how do I get rid of this Pantera that's about to destroy my soul.
Also true. Sometimes you gotta figure that out. Hydrake.
Yep.
Hydrake attack your Sorlet.
Yep. I'll take it.
Get my Twindra.
Yep. Oh man. Here we go. You're gonna be down to 0 spirits though.
Yeah. I did notice that. I'll attack your pig,
I'll take it.
and we'll crash, and you'll take 1.
Yep.
And I'll summon from my hand
Ah,
Pantera.
the Pantera.
And then I'll attack over your other pig for 2.
Yeah, I'll Tsunami that one.
Oh dang.
I think we'll see how the next turn plays out, but I think that might be it. Let's see.
Do you got the Exalter?
I
Let's see it.
do.
Nice.
All right, I'll play Exaltair.
Yup.
Any response?
No response.
I'll set a rune face down, and
Yep.
I will activate Exaltair's effect to Nexus from Sorlet onto Exaltair and hit you for 2.
Yep.
GG.
That is game.
Hey, GG's, man. It was
Forgot
great
to
playing
play
with you,
my
man.
I forgot to play my Ambrosia.
Oh no, dude, no. No.
It's okay though.
Oh man, it's all good. Hey,
Uh,
listen, this game was just for fun.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
won the whole
This is
thing.
Illy.
Congratulations, man.
Yep. GG's.
Yeah, dude, I'm so pumped. Shoot me a DM with your info, your name, address, all that stuff, and I'll get you that
Yep.
Pantera uncut sheet sent your way. And I can't wait
Ooh.
to face you again in another tournament, dude.
Yep.
Thank you very much,
Have
man.
a good
Go enjoy
day.
the rest of your day, dude. You earned it.
Yep. You too.
All right,
See
man.
ya.
Have a good one. And that's going to be that, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the Elestrals tournament. Congratulations to Cerebro for winning the whole thing. At the end of the day, man, I'm sure Cerebro is exhausted. This was a long day for them. I hop on and play one game, so I'm fresh, right? He's been playing all day, so I'm sure he's pretty tired. And, what an incredible day of games. I'm so pumped that we got to see some of this gameplay, just top-tier gameplay. And we're really on to something here, guys. So congratulations again to them for winning. And thank you to everybody who entered. Stay tuned for more updates. We're going to be continuing to roll out these tournaments, and we're going to continue to improve them. I'm hoping that our next one we can move to a best-of-3 format. That's ultimately what I would like to get to, because I know that a lot of people, want that best-of-3. We've been kind of trying to work out some of the kinks before we get to that point, because that's a much bigger tournament, right? You're essentially tripling the length of the event. So we wanted to make sure we have, everything figured out before we get to that point. But overall, huge wins. Big thank you to everybody involved. Tyler Brusso, Siberian for being our judge. All of the helpers who have been helping. Jacob and Words and Helen and everybody behind the scenes who are helping to make this happen. We legit could not do it without our epic community and all the people involved. I mean, seriously, we would not be able to do it without all of the amazing people. Moxie, I know, was helping out. You know, CineCap was helping out. So Alex and the dev team, Magnitude, everybody involved. You guys are really awesome. So big shout outs to everybody else who helped out to make this happen. If it wasn't you guys, we definitely couldn't do it. So thank you guys. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. I got kids to play with and dinner to make and all that good stuff. But I really appreciate y'all for just helping make this something amazing. We're really headed towards, you know, some really bright stuff. So big shots again to Kariba. That was hype, dude. What a cool way to win it. And using Pantera to ultimately take the dub. And thank you guys again. I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys soon with the next Elestrals tournament, some openings, and much, much more. Thank you guys. Don't forget, you can head over to the shop at shop@elestrals.com and pick up some sweet starter decks. We got some playmats and things left over. And then, of course, we have our app available for free to download in our Discord server at discord.gg/Elestrals. You don't want to miss it. Thanks so much, guys. I'm out of here. My name's Dan. I also go by aDrive. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.